Hey guys, welcome back to Mikey's American Dream. I've been away for a few days. I've been sick, unfortunately. I haven't been able to. I lost my voice for like 3 days and it's only starting to come back now. So, been a bit of a struggle, especially to make videos, so I haven't. But today, I want to talk about a few things. But before I do that, if you guys are new to this channel, this is an all-encompassing channel of my journey, including videos like this, and it will encompass vlogs in the future of mine and my fiance's move to the United States, more specifically Houston, Texas, or just outside Houston, a little town called Katy with about 20 to 25,000 people in it. So we are moving officially on the 6th of January, but I'm leaving the UK on January 2nd. So if you want to see our journey from living in the UK and Dubai, all the way to living in the US, our entire visa process, our process for green cards, and obviously citizenship in the future and passports, and raising kids in the US and experiencing everything there is to experience about life in the US and specifically Texas. If you want to see that, this is the channel for you. So hit the subscribe button right this second. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoy this kind of content. And for those of you who aren't American and are looking to move to the US yourselves, you want some advice, you can come to me. Send me a little message, whatever it may be. You can find me on Patreon. The link is down below in the description. And you can also find Tasha. You can also find Tasha's channel as well, who does more vlogging than I do. She's definitely better at vlogging than I am. It's down below as well. It's Tasha in Texas. But as we get closer to our move, which is now a week and a half, I'll be in a week and a half to 2 weeks. I'll be leaving the country. So 2nd of January, I'm flying out of the UK. I'm flying to Dubai, and Tasha's company is flying us from Dubai to the US. It's a long story. We have a lot of stuff in Dubai that we need to pick up and take with us, because Tasha has been living, we lived together for a little while in Dubai. Tasha's been living there for quite a while now, and she's still there currently until January the 6th. So we're going to be flying on January 7th out of Dubai. So we've got about 5 days in Dubai before we fly to Texas. But so if you want to see that, this is the place for you. But anyway, so as we get closer to those dates, I'm going to be vlogging. I'm going to start vlogging, obviously my flight to Dubai. You guys can come and see Dubai with me, especially you guys who've never been. It'll be really, really cool for you to see. And obviously our entire move, our entire trip. And once we get there, there's so much to experience that I'm pretty sure I won't be able to put the camera down. And I'll still be able to do some sit down talk videos like this. So we can sort of debrief and see what it is that I've learned about Texas specifically, or Houston itself. There's so much that I've got to experience and so many exciting things to come that I can't wait to share with you guys. And I love seeing your comments, by the way. Your comments are absolutely fantastic. There's lots of advice in there that I'm genuinely taking, especially a lot of you are talking about the credit situation, how I can really get myself a credit score once I get to the US, the best ways that you've experienced that I should do it. So you guys are giving me some great advice, some great things to do, some great places to see. So thank you very much. Keep the comments coming, because I'm absolutely loving them. So today I want to talk about actually a few places that I personally can't wait. Tasha's got some separate ones, but me personally, I can't wait to visit once we get to the US. Now, of course, the US is a really, really big place, but it has the added benefit of obviously internal flights, and really I don't mind driving 15, 16 hours to go to a place and visit it and see something that I want to see, because driving in the US is much nicer than driving in the UK, in my opinion. But that's a whole other story, it's a whole other video, because driving in the UK can be an absolute nightmare with the roads that we have that are 2,000 years old sometimes, built by the Romans. So I'm a big history nerd. So when it comes to like places I want to visit, they're very history orientated. So the first place that I can't wait to visit is Arlington. Obviously, Arlington National Cemetery. Obviously, you guys will know that is built on what used to be Robert E. Lee's property in Virginia. And I find that like a really, really incredible historical fact. But there are also, every single person that's laid there is a war hero. There are also some specific graves that I want to go see. Now, if I wanted to list those, that would be again another 10-15 minute video. But I really want to go see the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, That's something that's really, really important for me, because I know the history of it and I find it incredible. And I'm definitely going to get a comment that says that the guard of the tomb of the unknown soldier, they don't wear any insignia to identify their rank and position, because they don't want anyone to outrank those who are lying in the tomb of the unknown soldier, because we don't know what rank they are. I believe one of the bodies was identified. One of the remains was identified. I believe it was the gentleman who served in Vietnam. I can't remember his name. I might be mistaken, so let me know in the comments. So Arlington is definitely up there. Obviously, that'll be more of a flight. We're not going to drive to Virginia. I think it's too long of a drive, but that's something we can't wait to do. Being a massive history nerd, I'm a massive Civil War nerd. I got into it initially when I watched the Ken Burns documentary on the Civil War, which I found harrowing. And I've read some books on the American Civil War, which I found really interesting. So I want to visit Gettysburg. Obviously, we know Gettysburg is the site of one of the bloodiest battles in the Civil War. There are of course so many other battles. I want to go to. I always struggle to pronounce it. Is it Appomattox? Appomattox. I want to go to Appomattox as well. I don't know, is the house where the surrender was signed still there? That'd be something interesting to find out, because I'm not too sure. And you know, when it comes to Civil War, there's so many places to go and see. But I mean, you know, primarily I want to go to Gettysburg. I know they have a museum there and everything as well. I know they have reenactments also. I'm not a big reenactment guy, but that might be something I might look into. But there's so many amazing things to see that are related to the Civil War that I'm really looking forward to. I remember we visited a small house on a river down in Texas, down in Florida, that had some connection to the Civil War, where Union boats will be going up and down patrolling the area. I found that very interesting. So stuff like that is really interesting for me, considering that it was not that long ago and it was such a key part in American history. Such a key part in American history that most people, you know, I don't know how you guys must be taught it very well in school in the US, but it's not taught at all over here in the UK, because I don't think it bears any relevance to a lot of people here. I learned it all myself and I found it extremely intriguing. Now, the third place that I can't wait to visit, primarily because of my mother, I want to take my mum, and she's a massive Elvis fan, is I want to go to Memphis. I want to go to see Graceland, and it would be nice for me to see too, because I'm an Elvis fan too, nowhere near like she is, but definitely you can't not like Elvis. Anyway, and obviously I want to go visit Washington DC, not just because it's the capital, but also there are so many things that I want to see. I'm a massive fan of museums and memorials, so I want to go see the Vietnam War Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial. I believe there's far more. I want to go see the US Capitol. There's a lot that I want to go see. I mean, it's really the pillar of democracy. I know many people will say its name has been sullied in recent years, but nonetheless, it's the pillar of true democracy. It's the pillar of representation in government and the constitutional freedom. It's something that I would love to go and see. Just the city itself, just the White House, etc. So that's something I'm excited to see. And being in Texas, I can't miss out the Alamo. Again, a massive important part of history for the independence of Texas, which allowed then Texas to join the Union in the future. Well, you know, the US as a whole in the future though. I'm looking forward to go see the Alamo. But there's so many things I left off the list, so we're going to go also and see, we're going to go to New Orleans, I believe in May for Tasha's birthday. I also want to go and see Big Bend in Texas. That's a national park. There's a lot of national parks I want to visit. This isn't really a national park video. I could do another video on national parks, but like there are so many that I want to go and see. Obviously Yosemite up in California, absolutely beautiful. Yellowstone, I've heard is disappointing. I still want to go and see Yellowstone. I think just for its vast amount of land untouched by humans. I suppose also that's what national parks are. But there are a lot of national parks. I think I've been to one and one only, and that is the Everglades. That is considered a national park, I believe. But that's about it. So, but there are so many things like Mount Rushmore that I want to go see. I've been to the Grand Canyon. I believe that's a national park too. that was absolutely gorgeous. I think I almost had a tear in my eye with how beautiful it was, because it was absolutely amazing, the Grand Canyon. Genuinely, it really, really was. And then I want to do crazy things, like I want to go see the route that was taken by Lewis and Clark. I know it's a long, long route, all the way from St. Louis to is it Oregon or Washington? I can't quite remember, but there's a lot of places. So that's one of the benefits. So yeah, I'll be missing out on being close to, you know, like European monuments that I want to go see. Like there's still a lot that I want to go see. I mean, Tash took me once to Bastogne in Belgium. For those of you who have seen Band of Brothers, you'll know what Bastogne is. And we went to the Ardennes Forest, and there is a 101st Airborne Memorial there, and the foxholes that are there that were dug back then are still there. So we've been there. There's a lot that I want to go see. I want to go see Stalingrad, which is no longer called Stalingrad. I want to go see Kursk. A lot of them in Russia, because I'm a massive World War II nerd, like genuinely really am. I know more about it than it's probably healthy to know. And one thing I haven't had the chance to do yet, I know it's right over there, but I never managed to put the time off in June. But I want to go and see Normandy on June 6th. That is something I really, really want to do. But the benefit of being in the US, there's so many historical places in the US that I can go see. I want to go see Plymouth Rock. I know it's just a rock, I know, but I want to go see Plymouth Rock. If I got that wrong, I don't think I got that wrong. No, anyway, there's so many things that I want to go see in the US, and I'm going to be closer to them because of that. Like I have mentioned before that I want to go see Tombstone, because obviously I love the story of Wyatt Earp. I've also heard it's a bit of a disappointment, and there are other better towns to go and see. But nonetheless, I still probably will end up going to see it. And there's a lot of small towns scattered across the US that have such a significant meaning to, especially westward expansion, that I am a big fan of the history of westward expansion. I think it's a really, really volatile and violent time, but also a very important time in American history. So I can't wait to see all the little monuments dotted around. And of course, we've already been on Route 66, but we'd like to go and see it a bit more in depth. I know it's just the road, but still pretty cool. There's a lot of national parks I want to go see, and a lot of cities that we want to travel to, cities that we know by name for years and years, but will never have gotten the opportunity to travel to if we weren't here. Because there's no one that's going to spend an entire holiday, an entire vacation from London and go see Salt Lake City, Utah, right? Because you're not going to spend a 10-hour flight to go see Salt Lake City when you can go see, you know, New York as a city, like for a city break, or you can go to Florida for the sun, or Texas for the barbecue, or California for, you know, whatever it is you go to California for. We wouldn't really consider going to Salt Lake City, Utah, or Billings, Montana, or well, actually Billings isn't the capital, it's, you know, just stuff like that. So now we can, and it's not too much out of our time, and that's really, really, we can do a 3 or 4 day getaway and go and see these places, because when we go on vacation, we like to go see things and experience things, as opposed to just relaxing and sitting on the beach, which is really nice. But anyway, guys, those are the places that I'm excited to see pretty much first once we get there, and then obviously I'll expand and go and see more. I'm just excited to go see the vast expanse of West Texas. Like, I like wide open plains and big blue skies. It's one of the reasons why I'm moving away from the UK, because there's none of that. And being close to such a vast range in front of me, that makes you feel insignificant yet at peace at the same time. So that's one of the things I'm really, really looking forward to. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I went on a little bit. It wasn't very structured, but sometimes that's just me, and I do just talk at you. So if there's anything you want to know, if there's any advice you want to give about Texas, leave it down below in the comments. And the next video I'm going to do is actually going to be primarily about the 5 things that I'm most excited about. Now, I've done a video about this, and there was more important things, like the reasons why I find the US to be the most important place for us to move. Of course, you've got you know, freedom, the Constitution, lower gas prices, lower house prices, and all of that stuff. But there are 5 silly things that I'm excited for, and I'll let you know. When I say silly things, I mean some would consider trivial, but I consider actually one of the genuine reason why I'm moving. So That's gonna be the next video, and then you're gonna start seeing some more vlogs as I start to get ready to leave the country, and you're gonna come on a journey with me. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. So don't forget, if you want to see that, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what your thoughts are on this video, any advice you want to give me, anything I got wrong. Because again, you know, I'm learning. Anything I get wrong, let me know. I know my fair share about the US. It's history, it's culture, it's economics, it's geography. But if there's anything that I got wrong, or you think you could suggest to me a place to visit, let me know down below. I'm absolutely open to all suggestions. I've got a lifetime to explore. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to see more and you haven't seen Mikey react, head over there. The link's down below in the description. You can see me on Patreon too if you want to talk about politics with me. So guys, I'll see you on the next one. Have a fantastic day, guys.